There is something that happens when you're in your 40s and sometimes in your 50s that is alarming. Yes, there are physical changes that occur, but the bigger and probably even scarier thing that happens is that we realize that time is short, that we really only have so many years left in this life as we know it. For many people, this realization is really the thing that's at the root of this so-called midlife crisis. I'm Dr. Janet, a board-certified obstetrician and gynecologist, a medical doctor, a hypnotherapist, and wellness coach. I'm passionate about helping women bring peace, pleasure, and authentic connections into their lives. In this video, I'm going to talk about what the midlife crisis actually is, what it looks like, and what you have to do in order to prevent it from destroying your life completely, and instead turning your life into what you want it to be exactly, your dream life. Now, before we jump in, I want you to go ahead and subscribe to this channel and share this video with that one friend that you know is having a midlife moment and could really use the help of this video. When you do that, you're not only helping yourself or your friend, but you're helping every person who is going through this, who's struggling and needs this information to help them get through it. With that said, let's jump in. The midlife crisis is a realization. It is a realization that there's only so much time left. It's a realization on some level, whether consciously or subconsciously. It is that realization that we know we need to start aligning our lives. We need to start aligning the time that we have left with who we truly are authentically. The problem with this for so many women is that for so many years, a bulk of our life, we've been spending our time doing things that we're supposed to have done, what society deems as appropriate, what our professionalism requires of us to sustain and develop our careers, what religion or spiritual practice requires for salvation, or what our family's needs have dictated. Now, how do we align ourselves with who we are authentically? We spend so much of our thoughts, so much of our time, so many of our choices on these other influences that we often don't really know who we are or what it is that we really want. And so there's this midlife crisis that arises. And this can end up with all kinds of results, from questioning our faith, conflicts in relationships, to changes in intimacy, like becoming very promiscuous or withdrawing intimately from a long-term partner, changes in relationships. For me, that reckoning came after some failed infertility treatments in my 40s and not having ever given birth to a child. I grappled with grief of not having a child, but it also brought up some questions around whether or not that desire to have a child and to be a mother was fueled by my own desire, or whether or not it was rooted in some societal, familial, or religious belief and tradition about who is worthy, about who is valuable, and about what my role is as a human in this experience of life. My identity came into question. And I really questioned everything. I questioned who I am at my core, my motivations, my behavior, my choices, and how I live. I questioned the people and the systems that influence me. And that process of questioning and evaluating everything is really, truly important, but also can be really upsetting and distressing. It's kind of like renovating a house. There's a major demolition that needs to take place. Maybe there's a faux fireplace that needs to be deconstructed and taken down brick by brick to get all the way down to the bones of the building, the framing that lies underneath. You really have to do what needs to be done to renovate, to rewire, to get that new electricity in there, electrical connections in there. You need to get the right insulation installed. All of this is really required in order to make it beautiful, to make it functional, and what you actually need. Now, demolition is uncomfortable. It's dirty, it's noisy, it's dusty. There are holes in the walls. Sometimes it feels like everything that once was safe and comfortable is just falling apart. And the same is true for our so-called midlife crisis. This crisis is actually just the first part of the entire renovation process. It's the demolition. If you're in your 40s or 50s and you've been going through it, feeling restless, feeling uncomfortable, sad, discouraged, you may be in the middle of your midlife demolition. You're actually sorting through years of expectations and responsibilities, beliefs and identities that may once have served you, may once have been who you are, but no longer fit the person that you're becoming. That process is not always comfortable. It can bring up grief. It can bring up uncertainty. It can even affect your relationships, your spiritual life, your career, and your intimate life. But it can also be one of the most important times, the most important seasons of your life. Because once you've gotten down to the raw, authentic identity, what you truly want and what you truly desire can be created. You can create a life that's aligned with your values, your desires, your purpose, and the person you truly are. And that's the person you choose to become. If you are navigating life over 40, and you feel like you're in the middle of your own midlife demolition, you don't have to DIY this. You don't have to do this alone. You don't have to figure it out alone. If you're ready for some expert help in your dream life renovation, use the link below to join my newsletter and learn more about my personalized coaching and hypnosis programs that will help you to get the dream life renovation that you deserve. Thanks for watching, and I will see you soon.